Hello out there, students and families of Palmyra Senior High School. Welcome to our 2021 school year. I am Mr. Dvorsky. I've been teaching here at Palmyra this will be my 6th year, and have done all my years here as a Palmyra Cougar. Within that time, I've taught primarily the Algebra 1, the Algebra 2, the honors, and the CP levels of algebra, and I also deal with the online Cougar Academy courses. So if you take any of those in the next few years, you will also be interacting with me. Within that time, I've really come to just love Palmyra and all of the great other teachers and faculty and fun things that we get to do here. I try and do my best to keep involved with helping out with some of the sports, doing security at different events, and coming out to support soccer teams. I grew up playing soccer, so way to go, Palmyra Cougar Soccer Club. I also deal with, and I also like to practice being active myself. So some of you may refer to me as Sensei in the future. I do yoga and other fun things like that. I've helped out sports teams along the way there. So if you're lucky, perhaps I'll demonstrate a yoga move here in class. I'm also big into obstacle races. So if you ever want to go running or something like that, let Mr. Dvorsky know. I'll try and get a crew together and we can go running and take care of some obstacle races. The ninja course, I might have some highlight videos in here too over at Paramount. But that's a big part of me. Another thing, if you have had me before, or if you have siblings that have had me, I also will talk about my cat a good bit. He's my buddy, Phoenix at home. So I hope that you've all had a wonderful summer, been able to relax. It has been an interesting time, of course, but just like in life and in general, this whole school year we are going to be adapting. We are going to be just taking on new challenges, new obstacles, like my obstacle races, and we will get through it. It may take some practice at first, but practice makes perfect. So in the grand scheme of things, we are going to get through just fine. I'm here for you. Other faculty members here are for you, and we'll get through this. All right. So some helpful things about this particular class. Regardless of what math class you are taking, it's going to be very helpful for you to have a graphing calculator, specifically for honors Algebra 2, and any of those types of classes you get into. This is your very old basic TI 83 calculator. It will get you through whatever you need to do. You can also go a little more high route and get a TI 84, but you do want to get a graphing calculator. It will just make your life a whole lot easier, especially if you are learning online or doing some of the synchronous, asynchronous models. Another thing that can be helpful, not required, if you are doing a lot of work from home, it could be a printer. I know those are a little more expensive, and ink and things like that, but it can be helpful for you to print things out. So maybe invest into it, and it doesn't have to be a high quality picture one or anything like that, but it can be helpful for you. At least good old pencils, papers, notebooks, and please just approach this like any year you should approach, with an open mind and just a willingness to learn. It may look a little different at first. As for streaming, how that's mainly going to work is if you are at home, either on an off day or on a fully synchronous schedule, you should be comfortable with Microsoft Teams and going into our class and joining our meeting. From there, everything will kind of be displayed to you as to the expectations. Also, a very important thing to be able to do is be comfortable submitting materials on Schoology. Some of you, it may be your first time uploading assignments, so maybe take some practice time to take pictures of your work, submit that into Schoology. That way I can see what you are doing. Mathematics is challenging, so it's a lot easier to write on paper and then send me a picture rather than dealing with some of the equation editors. Okay? Other than that, again, open mind. Be prepared when you come to class. If you are at home, feel free to, of course, send me emails. Please communicate with me. Communication is the key thing in general. So the best place to reach me is at my email address, my school email, Brian_Dvorsky at pasd.us. And I'll also share links to my Schoology webpage. You can send messages in there, but email is the best route. Okay? I will share with you some information about the syllabus for your particular class. Afterwards, please again, reach out to me if you have any questions. And again, just take a deep breath, let it out, and we will get through this school year. I'll be your fearless leader in your math class this semester. Rock on, guys. I'll see you, or I won't see you, or I'll communicate with you in some way, shape, or form. Thanks. Have a great rest of your day. All right, Algebra 2A. Here is what the syllabus generally will look like for your course. Keep in mind, some of you are doing the asynchronous model versus the synchronous model, so you'll have different expectations. In general, you'll be signing out a textbook. I'll have a textbook, and I'll actually have most of the materials printed for you. So you don't need to worry about that too much. These are the units we plan to cover. Tools of algebra, linear equations. A lot of it is a review of Algebra 1, but we do need to get you ready for keystones. Some of you need to take those, so those will be taken, so we'll get you prepared for those. Schoology. Main idea, a lot of information will be on Schoology for this course. I will be posting answers to homework, upcoming assignments such as quizzes or tests, and a brief highlight as to what occurred in class. So please be comfortable visiting Schoology. Also, be comfortable submitting documents. When you're online, if you're in an alternating day schedule, or if you're fully online, you are going to need to be comfortable submitting a screenshot or evidence of your work. So screenshot if it's online. If you just take a picture of it and upload a PDF or an image, that's fine as well, but please be comfortable in any of those methods. Also, if you are alternating or online, you need to be logged in, ready to go in Teams when class begins. So the first few weeks, we will just probably be practicing going through this, hopefully have it down in 1 week, but I will be understanding if there's some hiccups along the way. The way your grading will work, homework and preparation. So coming to class, each week you'll be starting with 15 points. As long as you are completing what I ask of you and you are prepared for class, you'll be okay. You can also lose points each of those days for cell phone violations in class or also just being late. And you must also stay in your seat until the end of class. Daily checkpoints, there's typically going to be some small assignment, usually up to 10 points each every day, and you can retake these. And then there's also tests and quizzes. Those make up the bulk of your grade, 70%. Those are just a little bigger. The way your semester grade will work, quarter 1 and quarter 2, each 40%. Final portion is 20% in a final exam, okay? Again, we will go through this a little more in detail if you have questions, but that is it in a nutshell. So, little bit more from me is just a brief note. All right, math can be challenging. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but you can all learn it. I strongly and I believe in each and every one of you. All I ask is that you do your best, okay? You do your best and you learn from the rest. Learn from the mistakes, learn from the hiccups, and you will do just fine in my course. So that's the class in a nutshell, and I will see you all in a few days.